And we're rolling, baby, with the Berman Method podcast. We are back and we are recording some exciting news today. Cannot wait to share what we have in store for you today. There's been a ton of things happening behind the scenes. Dr. Jake Berman here with my beautiful co-host,
Jenny Berman, physician assistant.
We have had such an exciting past 4 to 6 months and cannot wait to tell you all about it. Before we get into all of that, nothing has changed as far as David going against Goliath. Goliath being the corporate medical system, big pharmaceutical companies, health insurance companies. They do not have your best interests in mind. They will choose profits over patient outcomes every single time. And we've been talking about this for years now, literally over 200 podcast episodes talking about this, multiple books written between myself and Jenny. And it's gotten to the point to where we had to evolve the business if we wanted to continue doing the best we possibly could to help you, the consumer, the client, avoid surgery, avoid needless pain pills, needless pharmaceuticals, needless medications, and continuing to live a high quality life. So here we are.
All right.
Are you so excited that you just can't hide it?
So excited. Can't wait to share all the things we've been working on endlessly over the last several weeks and months, as you mentioned. A lot of exciting things. I think we've dabbled about it in prior podcasts a little bit, started dropping some hints, but now we are ready and official.
Yes, official it is. So I was like a kid in a candy store, and I am the worst when it comes to presents and gifts. Whenever I get Jenny something for Christmas or for her birthday, it's usually way in advance, and I'm just like, can I just give it to you now? Mm-hmm. I just...
I'm not sure I've ever gotten a gift on Christmas or on my birthday with you ever.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen. You just got to give it to you now.
Yeah.
So this has been killing me. And this part of the reason why Jenny hasn't allowed us to record any podcasts in the past couple of weeks about or explicitly saying what we're doing, because I can't do it.
You can't. Every time we would talk about our podcast topic, he'd be like, can we say this? Can we say this? I'm like, no, just stop. Wait. Wait until we officially are ready to launch. And here we are.
Yep. So without further ado, we have officially decided to close Berman Physical Therapy.
What? That's how you're saying it? I don't know that I would have put it in that sense, but okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're shutting it down. December 31st, 2025 will be the last day Berman Physical Therapy is in business.
Technically. However,
because we've merged Berman Physical Therapy, Berman Health Club to combine and come together to
what? To Berman Health Club, but you just said that. I think you meant we've combined Berman Physical Therapy and Berman Health and Wellness to create
Berman Health Club.
Berman Health Club.
Yes, that's
feeling
what I meant.
40 into your 80s.
Yes. Arrive at 80 feeling 60.
40 is better.
Arrive at 60 feeling 40.
Nonetheless, arrive at 80 feeling much younger than you are with Berman Health Club.
With the ultimate goal of helping seniors transform into ultimate boomers. And we spent so much time behind the scenes to really figure out what are the lowest hanging fruits. What are the things that contribute the most to a highest quality of life? Very similar to what they did with that Blue Zones project, where they're looking at people all over the world who are living past 100 and trying to figure out what are the commonalities amongst all of them. We did a very similar thing, but we took it to the next level, because it doesn't really matter if you can live to 100 if you don't have a high quality of life. And what determines a high quality of life? The physical ability to actually do something, get out there and enjoy life, was one of the biggest things that we think is important.
Right. And outside of joint pain and joint movement, those are all really, really important when it comes to the physical side. And we're still focusing on that, but including the physical ability as being able to go through your entire day without taking a nap, being able to sleep through the night so you actually have the brain power and energy to focus and perform activities the next day. So we're really combining the true physical of your joints and being able to play pickleball and get out on the golf course with the more internal physical side of having energy and having that recovery and reducing inflammation.
Exactly. So we've really got it to 5 things on the physical side and 5 things on the chemical side. And when all 10 of these things are as close to 100% as possible, then that is directly correlating with your quality of life being extremely high. So that's one of the things that we're going to go over is we're going to talk about what are the 5 check marks that you should have on the physical side. What are the 5 check marks you should have on the chemical side? And I'm saying chemical in relation to blood chemistry. And if we can get as close to getting a 10 out of 10 on all of these things, you are at a very high probability of a high quality of life as you continue to age.
Right. High quality of life, high ability at life, and the positive natural aging process.
Exactly. And before we get into the 10 check marks, we've invested a lot of time and money this past summer in learning how do we get there faster, modalities, machines, far infrared sauna, all sorts of things that we've got to where it's not a physical therapy clinic anymore. Mm-hmm. It's not a health and wellness clinic anymore. It is a health club where we are combining all aspects of physical and chemical to get you to a level that was not achievable with just one or the other before.
Right.
Yeah, so just right out of the gate, we've been talking about EMTT, stem pod, and shockwave for a while now. However, we've got a new couple of gadgets that are taking those modalities and 10xing the effectiveness of them. So we've got this cumulative effect on how your whole entire body is essentially getting a reset. Right?
Absolutely. And even so, we have been learning even more about these modalities of shockwave, stem pod, and EMTT on how they are significantly improving the wellness side of diagnoses. So the internal inflammation, the gut health, the stress response, cortisol response, sleep, infertility, and women's health concerns like overactive bladder, leakage. All of these things are also being treated with these regenerative therapies that we've been talking about with EMTT, stem pod, and shockwave. So just really diving deep into learning more about how it can help more individuals outside of just the joint and physical aspect of pain and limitation.
Exactly. And the best part about this is we were at a conference this past weekend. It's our yearly conference that we go to. Our business coach puts it on, and it's a giant 4-day event. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And one of the speakers that was on the stage Sunday, the last day, came up and said something that really made sense. And what he was doing was he was talking about how broken the physical therapy profession has become, specifically due to the stipulations, the strangleholds of insurance reimbursements. And he said, you're only allowed to perform your job a certain way because of the restrictions that insurance places on you. And he goes, let me get you to think a little bit. And he goes, how would you do your job if you didn't know how to do your job? And I'm sitting there going, what the hell is he talking about? He goes, what if you just showed up and you had no recollection, no history of the physical therapy profession, and you've got somebody standing in front of you with back pain? How would you help that person get back to the highest quality of life if you had no idea what the previous 50 years of physical therapy told you to do? He goes, sure, you would get things stronger. You do some stretching, you do some exercises, but you definitely would do regenerative therapies. You definitely look into these alternative holistic approaches, looking at peptides, far infrared saunas, stem cells, anything. You'd look at the whole picture.
Right, right. Which is what we need to be doing now with wellness, and what we're transitioning into doing with Berman Health Club is really combining the physical and chemical, as Jake was mentioning, chemical being that internal side, the blood chemistry, the inflammation, the connection of the dots between cortisol and the brain and the blood sugar to really improve this internal inflammatory response that we're having, which is limiting us on the outside. So we're really connecting the dots of inflammation and chemical balance with physical balance to make this process seamless.
Exactly. So let's use somebody in your world, for example, somebody that's got a gut health issue, something, let's just call it gut inflammation, and that's leading to, just name 3 symptoms of gut inflammation.
So certainly can be reflux or diarrhea. So let's kind of make a summary of a GI symptom. It certainly can be poor sleep through the night. Can be of gut inflammation. And then let's make the third symptom Hashimoto's disease, so a autoimmune thyroid disease that so many people have.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So historically, what Berman Health and Wellness has done is went in there and tried to heal the gut through looking at blood work, looking at food sensitivities. What are you eating? What are you not eating? How do we make sure that we can get the food that's going in your mouth, the right food, so that we can heal the gut from the inside out? Mm-hmm. Now we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 punch. So that was a 1-2 punch. Now we've got a 1 through 10 punch where you can come in for your same appointment that you've been getting, but you're going to come in 15 minutes early.
Right.
And you're going to sit in the far infrared sauna.
Right. Which, by the way, your head doesn't go in, so you don't get super sweaty throughout the sauna.
I didn't even get sweaty.
Right.
Like, you just sit in there.
Depends on how many minutes you're in it, but certainly for 15 minutes you would not get sweaty. You would not mess up your hair.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be in the humidity, ladies, to mess up your hair that day.
Yeah. And it's really like apples. Let me say, it's more like oranges and tangerines. It's not like a sauna. You're not going in there to sweat because it's far infrared light versus heat. Saunas are for heat. We have a far infrared light sauna, which is, it's warm, but it's putting those wavelengths through your body. And what it does is it accelerates the gut healing response. It accelerates the metabolism 300%. And we're talking about in 5 to 10 minutes.
Right. So to kind of summarize what you just said, 2 totally different things there. So in terms of improving the metabolism, helping with the rate at which your body is burning calories, which certainly can help with weight loss, although it can also help with fat burning, muscle building, helping with reducing internal inflammation, because we know the more muscle mass we have and the less fat content that we have, the lower our inflammation is. So it helps in that sense. And it also is what we call an antioxidant, which means a lot of people know this term because it's kind of all over social media at this point with different supplements that are coming out and the peptides coming out. But as an antioxidant, it's reducing this internal circulating inflammation. It's creating a better environment for our cells, which our body is made up of, to create it's creating a more healthy environment for our cells to replicate in a positive way, as opposed to creating inflammatory cells.
Exactly. So as you're sitting there in the far infrared sauna with your head out, relaxing, you're also going to be doing vagus nerve stimulation with our stem pod. It's super cool. The vagus nerve is the only nerve in the entire body that literally attaches to every single organ in your entire body. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the amount of research that has been coming out on the positive effects of vagal stimulation are just through the roof. And you only have to do it for 10 minutes. It doesn't hurt. You're sitting there, you're holding this little pen-like device on your left ear. Doesn't hurt. So you're getting this 11 billion percent increase in your for what's happening on your cellular level before you've even had your session with the team.
Right. Right. So, in terms of this vagus nerve stimulation, it innervates the gut health. It innervates our stress response. It innervates many, as Jake was saying, organs and different nerve effects throughout the body, following the line of almost your entire head to toe part of the body. So, really helping to reduce that internal inflammation. For those of you who don't know, our stress response, that internal stress response our body has, plays into our brain health, our sleep, our blood sugar control, our gut health, our physical health as far as joint inflammation. The vagus nerve can be responsible if it is dysfunctioning for heart conditions and autoimmune conditions. There's so many things that are affected by the vagus nerve, and it hasn't been treated enough, not nearly enough.
Nobody treats it.
Yeah.
And we've got the easiest way to treat it in the entire world. That's with StemPod. It is absolutely insane. So you do this 10 to 15 minutes before your appointment. You go have your appointment and you dial in your dietary changes.
And this can be on the wellness side or the physical side. So we're still, to kind of backtrack a little bit, we said Berman Physical Therapy is closing. We're still doing physical training. We're still doing regenerative training. We are still doing the physical component through the getting your muscles to activate appropriately and reducing the pain response with these activities. So with the infrared sauna, the far infrared sauna and the StimPod, you will do this 15 minutes before either your physical training appointment or your nutrition and wellness training or session.
I love it. Absolutely love it. We can expand way more on that here in a minute. So back to just a gut health, somebody that's coming in for a gut health reason. You're doing this 15 minutes before your appointment. You go and you have your appointment. And then after your appointment, if you want to put icing on the cake, go into the room and use EMTT over the gut. Mm-hmm. Like, it is just insane.
Right.
So EMTT is this, we're the only ones in Southwest Florida that has it. And it is this groundbreaking technology that really has the ability to make your cells instantaneously more healthy. Mm-hmm. And it's scientifically proven. None of this is voodoo, snake oil stuff. I'm very, very disciplined when it comes to not spending a dime on something unless it's scientifically proven. Because if I buy something, I want to be able to put my heart and soul behind it. And if somebody comes in and says, that's not true, I want to be able to say, I strongly disagree because of XYZ. Here is the evidence that says it. Mm-hmm. And here's the reason why you should trust me and why I'm presenting these things. So everything that we have right now, the amount of improvements, the amount of longevity that you're physically capable of over the next 6, 12, 18 months, just by doing these simple things. They don't hurt. They take minimal amount of time. It's as close to the easy button as you could possibly get.
Right. And that's what they were even talking about at our conference, like laying on the EMTT to help with bloating and to help with infertility and different pelvic floor dysfunction. So it's so much more than, what we want to think about it, utilize as far as the physical side. It's helping so much with the internal and really getting that healthy environment of ourselves.
Yes. So I think we got to keep rolling with this thing. I think we should probably make this into a 2-part episode.
Sure.